slept for 4 hours last night and then got on the plane this morning. And then I am now in Harrisburg waiting on Josh to pick me up. But did not get a lot of sleep last night. And then my first flight was fine. My second flight, it was 1,000,000 degrees. Oh my God, I was sweating the whole time. So I've made it to Pennsylvania. It is 2:30-ish. I'm just waiting on Josh to pick me up. Once we get back, I probably am gonna hit the gym so I can move my body, just sleep a little better tonight. Maybe just do an Instacart order so I don't have to run out to the store. I just think I'll probably need to save myself a trip to the store today. But everything else has been good. I can't complain. I mean, I haven't been super hungry today, just with like, we kind of ate late last night and then just the travel, the chaos, all the things. But I just signed my Olympia contract sitting here because they sent me another email. So I signed my Olympia contract. We are a little less than 12 weeks out, and I will bring you guys along for this little work trip. I fly back Saturday morning. To my office, my Pennsylvania office. So I flew in on Sunday. I did just a little basement workout when I got in yesterday and grocery store, meal prep, got my steps in, and then today I have been in the office basically alone. So there was one team member out of the office. Josh had a light day on his calendar, so he went to go for a bike ride, and then he's going to come back and pick me up in a little bit. And then Mike had like a 2:30 meeting, so he left a little bit early to take the meeting from home. So I've just been, it's funny to me because I'm like, I'm the only work from home employee, and then I'm the only person in the office today. So I'm just walking around, wrapping up my day. I have an intro call later tonight for Eminent. I got a lot done today. I'm super happy about that. There's always so many snackies over here. Some of these aren't that bad. They're just protein bars, which is A-okay with me. And then this is Josh's office where he does most of the client meetings. And then I've been sitting over here in the dark because fluorescent lighting gives me a headache. So I've just been chilling out, eating, packed all my stuff, There's some monitors and stuff. So I'm just about to get packed up. I was very, very productive today with work. I was productive. I had a couple little imminent things I did. I sent some videos over to Chrissy for her routine. She's going to have Chicago Pro coming up. Yeah, all around, pretty good day. I'm going to be leaving here in just a few minutes. Tonight, I want to get to bed early. I have a 4:45 intro call, so that should only be about 15 minutes. Other than that, I think I'm gonna just go for a walk to finish up my steps because I just haven't, walked the dog. So my steps are a little bit light today, and maybe if I have time, if it's gonna stop raining, maybe I'll get in the hot tub just so that my body can relax, and then I can go to bed early. So yeah, everything was super good today. No complaints. No complaints. That's a solid day for me. And I've already worked out, and that's even better. So I will see what else I can grab while I'm in Pennsylvania. I know, I posted on my story a little outfit check, and I was just like, when the work from home employee puts on real clothes once a quarter, that's me. So a little less than 12 weeks out. We didn't make any changes to my plan when I checked in on Sunday. I will check in on Wednesday. We're probably going to have our first food drop. And then when I check in again, once I get back to Texas, I think we're going to start pulling in some stimulants and a little more cardio because it's time now to get lean again. It's not that I'm not lean. I think even just the couple pounds that I was up was just from lack of sleep because I didn't sleep a lot. My body is still in a good place. My composition's good. We have a lot of room to work with. So I'm super excited to just once I get back, we have one more weekend trip to Vegas. And other than that, it's just going to be focusing on Olympia, obviously work, imminent, all the good stuff. But no more travel and really just enjoying the process. It hasn't been too stressful. It hasn't been like last year where I was qualified for so long that it was almost overwhelming, like the length of the prep. I started prep in December, got through the Arnold, and then it was like, okay, 3 more weeks. And then I had basically a free week in Europe. And then after that, came back and it was kind of like 4 weeks-ish of reversing. But they were very, very small changes. But it gave me a little bit of a break. I was able to enjoy some stuff. And so, be able to enjoy some trips. And then it was like a 4-week push. And then from there, I've had mainly in between, it was 5 weeks ago or so. And so it's just been increasing my food quite a bit, dropping stimulus, decreasing cardio. So I still think that my body's in a great place. It's going to be a little bit more responsive now because it's had time to rest and reset. So I am excited to get this going. Hello and welcome back. It's Thursday, July 9th. I just did push, finishing up with 20 minutes on the Stairmaster, and then we'll be headed back to the house. I have a massage this morning at 9 for an hour. Then we have a team day on the calendar, so it should be a lighter work day, but I still am going to try to get some stuff done this morning before I head over to the studio. The week's been good. I checked in with Justin yesterday, so I'll include those. I'm sitting right around 130-ish, so we're really happy with the composition, how much we were able to get my food up post-show and kind of coast until this point. Now we're going to start seeing those little changes trickle in. Trickle in. So made a couple small adjustments, and then I will be checking in twice a week moving forward. So it'll be Wednesdays and then Saturday or Sunday. So that is the direction that we're moving. Very, very, very productive work week. No complaints. And just overall been pretty good. Been able to stick to my plan, do all my workouts, my cardio. It's nice to be in a routine And then also I'll fly back Saturday morning. So as long as I get some sleep on Friday night, I'll practice Saturday when I get back. And that's really going to be it. Josh and Casey are headed on vacation tomorrow morning. So I will have little Cedric in the morning, and I'll take him and do drop off at daycare, and then I'll come to the gym. And then from there, head to work. I'll have some meetings. And then I have a friend I used to work with years ago at Gold's. He owns a gym over in Lemoyne. I'm going to plan to pop over there in the afternoon, just catch up. And then get back on Friday and pack up and come back to Dallas. So super happy with the timing of how everything worked out to be able to come out here. You know, I needed to make a trip. I didn't want it to be too close to Olympia. So this timing worked out well. My food being in a high place worked out well. And now when we get back, it's, I'm really going to try to push my workouts hard and my routine and then cardio. And then we leave next Friday for Vegas. So definitely just trying to make sure, even with the travel that I have, it's just ticking forward and we're making the progress that we need to so that I can continue, after the next trip. I'm going to shut down travel, personal travel, work travel. There won't be anything else on the radar. I just need to focus on getting through the next 11 and a half weeks and bringing my best come Olympia. Hello, welcome back. It is Friday. I will be headed back to Dallas tomorrow. My week in Pennsylvania is finally over. It is 7 p.m. and today was long. I was on anti-duty this morning. Josh and Casey had an early flight. They were headed to Turks and Caicos for the weekend. So I woke up little Cedric and changed him and took him to the potty and got him ready for school, dropped him off. Then I went to the gym, went back, got ready, headed into the office, worked, left work. I went and caught up with my friend Harry.
From Richard, promise.
And saw his gym that he, it's been open for a few years and I hadn't had a chance to see him. So we caught up. A lot of life has happened since our Gold's days as personal trainers at Gold's. And then I headed back to the house for a little bit. I started packing, let the dogs out, and then I had a posing client. So one of my first posing clients ever, she's in prep. I was able to meet her at at the gym that we used to pose at years ago, and it's now they have a posing room, so we were able to just catch up, enjoy life, just catch up on life and where everything's been going. And she's coming up on a show in October, so we just made some small tweaks and she already feels better. So I think we might do some virtual sessions leading up to her show, and then when I get back in October, hopefully right before her show, we can spend some more in-person time together. So super happy to be able to have seen her and just help her with a couple little things as she continues to prep. Super happy with that. Now I'm gonna head back to the house and have my wind down and just finish packing and get showered and hopefully get to sleep somewhat early, because I think it's gonna be around 5 a.m. I wake up. My flight's at 7, probably boards at 6:30. I think I need to be there at 6, so 5 a.m. And then it's back to Dallas, back to the grind. We are going to be 11 weeks out tomorrow. Can I see? 11 weeks out tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully I get enough sleep so that I can go practice tomorrow and Sunday, get caught up on sleep, clean the apartment, do all the things, hit the ground running on Monday. And then we're headed to Vegas on Friday. So many things, but everything is great. Everything is good. Super happy. Got a lot done this week across the board. Happy with that. And yeah, it is almost go time. Hello and happy Saturday. It is July 11th. We are 11 weeks out from the 2026 Mr. Olympia. Time is flying. I flew back home today. I'm back in Dallas, McKinney. Everything went fairly smooth. I woke up this morning at 5:31. My Uber was already there. and I was boarding my plane. Not boarding. I had planned to leave at 5:30 in the morning. I set my one for 5 because I was mostly packed. Like, I just needed a little bit of time in the morning to get my stuff together. I knew I set an alarm. I could not figure out, like, how I slept through it. So I'm just, like, frantically getting my stuff together. I was at Josh and Casey's and they were gone. So, like, I needed to feed their dogs and let them out. The Uber, I sent a message to the Uber and I was just like, please just wait. Like, I'll give you a big tip. Like, it's 5:30 in the morning in Harrisburg. Like, what if I couldn't get another Uber? I would have been SOS, probably, or at least I've been waiting, like, 15, 20 minutes until someone could get me, so probably I would have been very much so cutting it close for the flight. But I, like, booked it. I was walking out the door at, like, 5:43. I got to the airport 6:10. Boarding was 6:25. Thank God, again, Harrisburg is teeny tiny little airport. I just printed my bag tag, dropped it off, walked straight through TSA pre-check, used the bathroom, filled up my water, got to my gate, 2 minutes later, boarding. So I had a little bit of wiggle room in that, but not much. Obviously, like, I could have been the last one to board. I didn't have to board with my group or anything like that. But that was a frenzy, to say the least. That just, like, never happens to me. And then I had put in my phone a weekly reminder to text Andrea. And so I had an alarm set. And so I guess what happened was I edited that alarm, but it was set for Wednesdays. Only Wednesdays. Versus my other alarms are set for every day. Hence, my alarm did not go off because I set an alarm for Wednesday morning at 5 a.m. And I just am like, okay, like, I was so tired. I had, like, taken my sleep meds. I had taken, like, a sleep gummy. And it's just what happened. Like, wild. So, flight was easy. I was, like, towards the front of the plane. So, like, getting on and off was low stress. Our driver, I have a hard time pronouncing his name. It's, like, Dominican or something, but it's Aaron, picked me up. So Rich and I have been using him for our last several trips. It's very comparable to getting an Uber, but you can schedule ahead of time. They're there when you, like, you don't have to order you order him and, like, he picks you up, takes you there. He keeps track of your flight information so he knows when to arrive at the airport. You just don't have to deal with the fuss of, like, waiting on an Uber once you land or anything like that. Like, this person's just watching for your flight. So he had arranged that for me because he was teaching his first seminar this weekend. So he's been going to be teaching CEUs for dry needling. So he was doing that this morning. And so Aaron picked me up, took me to his house. I picked up my car was there and my babies were there, so I got them loaded up, and then I went home to the apartment and I crashed. My Oura Ring did not pick up my nap. So, like, I know I fell asleep for like 30 minutes and I woke up and I used the bathroom and I let the dogs out and I laid back down for probably another hour and a half or so. It picked up like that 37 minutes, but it didn't pick up the second half, and I guess maybe my heart rate just wasn't low enough. But I did at least get some sleep. I woke up, I got going, I got a coffee the size of my head, and I'm still going to attempt to practice today. Nothing crazy. I'm going to keep it light, but I just feel like I need to touch this routine in order for tomorrow to be a little more fruitful, because also I'm going out of town on Friday. Like, we're leaving Friday. Like, I just got back and then I gotta leave. So I need to get a couple run-throughs under my belt. I would really love it if I could find a pocket of time this week to touch the routine. Like, maybe Thursday, that's like a non-negotiable for me. Like, I just need to look at my calendar and see what day will be best for me to pop out. That's my gist. And so I'm gonna drink this coffee. I'm gonna get stretched. I'm just gonna start light and just see how the body feels. And if it's just one of those days where I'm going through the routine of just the choreography and no skills, that's still worth it, because I tend to struggle more with the choreography side of things than the skills side of things. Just like most of the skills I'm doing, I've had for a long time. I could definitely stand to work on my handstands. My new cheer shoes came in, so I will show you guys. I don't know if it'll be in this video or the next one, but I'm excited. My other shoes, I I'm like, I almost just wish I ordered the same ones, but I went with ChatGPT's recommendation, so we're going to see. But I did try one on, and I just didn't feel like the ankle support was the same, even though it was supposed to have better ankle support. So I felt like, that's the whole reason, more than anything, is the ankle support. I have teeny tiny little feet, and having ankle support is just a must for me. So I'm gonna stretch, touch routine, do a little cardio, definitely gonna sit in the sauna. I just know probably like between the flight and that stressful morning, lack of sleep last night, I just feel like a water buffalo. So I'm supposed to check in tomorrow with Justin, so I'll note that to him, like, hey, I had a chaotic morning. I didn't sleep Friday night. I barely made my flight. I was like, just, my ring was showing a lot of stress. So I'm sure if we can get things to kind of calm down, I'll feel a little bit better. Definitely glad I got the nap done. And tonight, once I leave here, nothing really planned. I want to just, I'm going to put in an Instacart order. I'm going to save my time because I don't have a lot of time this weekend. And I'm going to just try to get my suitcases unpacked because we're going to repack them to go to Vegas. It's fine. I'm fine. But I'd love to get that done. And then just, you know, tidy around the apartment. I know Rich really wants to get some stuff done around my apartment this week before we leave. Like, he's done and settled in his house, and like I'm mostly settled at the apartment, but there's still like the floating nightstands need to be put together and then installed. I did order something for my office, like an acrylic glass, and then he was ordering some LED lights and like a neon light sign for my office. And then my patio furniture came in, so that came in while I was gone, so that needs to be put together, and I believe that's going to be it. I think the last thing I'm going to be looking for is something to put in my bedroom for decor. I have a general idea, like I've been gravitating towards this one painting, but I just have been like, okay, just like wait and get settled, because it's like kind of expensive, but like it's my bachelorette pad, my girl space. So I just feel like having a space that I love, especially since I work so much from home, like is a necessity. So I've just been trying to gradually nest, and so I don't end up with too much stuff. And then maybe once I get back, I need to go to my dad's storage unit and just see what's in there. I know I have some small decorative stuff, but besides that, I think it's just like my holiday decorations and my winter clothes. I believe that's all I put in there. So it shouldn't be a ton, but I wanted everything else done around the apartment before I bring in, like, that's like my last big load of stuff. And some of it I don't even need yet. I'd like to get the small decorative stuff, but other than that, I'm like, the winter stuff, I don't need it. The holiday stuff, like, I really don't need anything until the fall. So just wait and see how I'm feeling. My check-ins, I don't know if I mentioned it in this video. I checked in Wednesday morning, so I was like 130 flat. We were really happy with the shape and composition at the weight, but I also was checking in at like, I think I woke up at like 5 in the morning, so my weight was probably a little bit lower than that. But I am definitely committing to early mornings again. So another reason why I'd love to get some sleep tonight and Sunday night, just get caught up, back to baseline, hit it hard this week, early mornings, and a routine practice, and then we'll leave Friday morning for Vegas. So definitely, this is like, these couple weeks together are very hectic and busy. So I feel good about what I accomplished in Pennsylvania, sticking to my diet, sticking to my routine. The only thing I would have liked to have done better was, like, I wish I would have found a pocket of time to go practice my routine, but I just got so much work done while I was there. And on top of that, like, it was just like busy. Like, I had imminent small group calls. I had some coaching clients to update. I had a coaching consult this week, and so there's just a lot going on, but it was all good stuff. So I'm not gonna, I've had my endurance is in such a good place that I'm not going to sweat it because I still did practice last week. I practiced Saturday. I just didn't get that Sunday practice. Here we are next Saturday. My normal routine practice would be Saturday, Sunday. I'm here on a Saturday. I'm not trying to have a full out today or anything like that. I just want to touch it and do my cardio, get the movement in because I know it'll feel better tomorrow. And then next weekend, I'm going to be gone Saturday, but we do come back Sunday pretty early. So I should be able to practice Sunday, but I need to kind of plan on that not being like a full out practice because same thing. I'm like, if it's an early flight, I'm going to be tired. And so I do know my thing for this week is 100% I have to find a time to practice, number one. So I actually feel like I never really say so or like that much, but when I'm vlogging and I'm just talking and I have nothing planned, those are my transitions word. And I'm like, so like, but don't think I speak like that all the time, please. We're here. I'm just going to sip on this coffee. I'm going to get started. I did bring my heels. I need to start posing. I have a posing session with Christina towards the end of the month, and then I scheduled 2 for August. And the other thing that Justin really wants me to work on is my abs. Like, there's just something, like, first of all, like, the last 2 years were really, like, is when I started to develop my abdominals more. Like, if I was in a front relax on stage, you could never see them. Like, they just weren't developed. They weren't deep. Like, I was lean and my waist was small, but I think 2024 Olympia is the first time I started seeing the fate outline, and then last year they got deeper. They've definitely been improved this year as well, but I think it's just going to be, I need to continue to develop the muscle so that there's just more pushing against the skin when I hit my front relax, because I kind of, it's an illusion. So like I grow into that pose versus like when I'm just kind of short and like I can crunch over and flex my abs. Like, yes, you can see them, but when I'm elongating my midsection into my front relaxed, you don't see them as well, but the waist stays tiny, and that's always my number one priority. So I cannot believe the Olympia is in 11 weeks. Like, that's 77 days. Haven't booked anything, haven't paid for anything. So I need to get through this Vegas trip, and then just kind of get with my team and think about like what we want to do, where we want to stay, what's convenient. And because what I'm thinking about this year is like kind of staying away from the hubbub and just be relaxed, have my downtime, and we'll just rent a car to get back and forth, just because the Olympia has kept changing things, like getting $750 to stay wherever you want versus like 3 nights in a hotel. Like $750 doesn't cover the 3 nights that were required to be there, so that's a little bit frustrating. Like, if they want to give us money, I think it needs to be what 3 nights in the host hotel costs, including the taxes and the resort fees, and it's not. So and yeah, I will probably check in on my costume in another couple of weeks. They made several of my costumes. They have everything that they need. They took my measurements. I picked my fabric. They have the design. So now it's just a waiting game a little bit. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy this rest of this coffee because it's gonna hopefully give me life here in a minute or two. I got a sugar-free Golden Eagle, no caramel drizzle, no half and half. I use coconut milk, sugar-free flavors, extra shot of espresso. And that's more of my guilty pleasure drink. I don't have that often. Like, I would normally just get like a cold brew and have some flavoring and coconut milk in it. But I needed a little pick-me-up today. This morning was a little rough. But I'm glad I got the trip done. I needed to be there. I needed to be present with my team. We've had a lot of changes in the last several months. Right around Olympia, I took over compliance, and then right around the Arnold's, we started switching platforms to Schwab. So I kind of just felt behind the 8 ball. We have 2 new hires coming down the pipeline. Someone from marketing, someone from business automation, and tax strategy. So that's exciting. Go slow to go fast. The marketing person's actually going to start not this week but next week, and she's just going to start part-time until she passes her Series 65. So I think that'll be good from an onboarding standpoint, because there's only one of me and one of Josh Lebo to stop and train her on everything. So with marketing, it's more so she's creating a role for herself. We're just kind of giving her direction and handing over, you know, I need to get her up to date on CRM and some of the compliance stuff. And so we can start onboarding her there without stopping our day 5 days a week to train. So it's just going to be 2 days a week to start. I think after 2 weeks or so, she'll be pretty, I think after week 1, she'll have enough to do, and then it's just like kind of check-ins. Like she'll have Josh there in person, she'll have me via Zoom, and she'll be just getting up to speed on the marketing stuff. And then once she passes her test, then we can start getting into the finance side of things and the what she'll be taking over there, which isn't a ton, but she needs to know how to like open accounts and things like that. And I think that'll help me personally not have to stop my day to train someone as much. You know, it's going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, like I said, and then Josh Lebo and I are going to split it, so it's not even like a full day. Like I'm going to take a couple hours out of my time. I'll get her up in the compliance portal. Like she'll have to do some training, she'll have to do, you know, and once she kind of gets those done, then it's like, okay, now we can do the next thing, get her in the CRM system. So it's good for me. I think it'll be good for her. It's like her first job outside of college, so it'll be like a slow onboarding process, so hopefully don't overwhelm her too much. But I'm gonna wrap this vlog here. I feel like 90% of it is in this video of me yapping. I know I grabbed some clips in Pennsylvania, just brought you guys along to see what I do in my daily actual full-time job. You know, bodybuilding is my hobby. Sometimes I forget that, like, I love it and I do it at a high level, but sometimes I do wonder if I had more time just to commit to bodybuilding, if I would have a more successful career, and there's no way to know, but I know I have a successful career outside of it, and that will be there long after bodybuilding is done. So I have no desire to just do one thing. I have a lot of passions in life, and I spend a lot of time educating myself and working really hard on my career, so it is not going anywhere. And yeah, that's going to be this. We're 11 weeks out. I'll probably pick the camera back up today, and we will be recording through the next week through Vegas, and then we're going to be hitting that 10-week out mark, and then I cannot believe it'll be single digits. So thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me. Like, subscribe, comment. The giveaway is closing today, so by the time this video is up, it's already gone. But I will be doing Olympia shirts again this year. I'm going to start working on that design here shortly, and they will be available for purchase. DM me on Instagram. I will have them at the Olympia, and also it'll be $5 flat local shipping, and then local pickup at destination or Elite Performance Chiropractic. So thanks again. I appreciate all the support, and let's get this going.